Whew. Okay. What's going on, y'all? We saw Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning, and man, it was a lot. Let's
Let's
talk
talk
about
about
it.
it. Okay, before we get into this very long movie, make sure you have subscribed to our channel.
Make sure you do it.
All right, go ahead and like the video. I'm doing that now. And hit the bell so you get notified every single time we upload a new video. All right, where are all the spy lovers? Da-na-na. Da-na-na.
She was singing the song all the time.
Okay. I don't
It
know
was
if
a
I'd
whole
say
thing.
I'm a spy. I just like music.
But the theme is also
I like
catchy.
I like catchy.
The theme
music.
is catchy.
That's all.
And then people were singing coming out the theater, y'all. That was funny.
And then I started to sing with them. Okay, give us some details about the movie.
Okay, so the director is Christopher McQuarrie. He typically directs a lot of these Mission Impossible films.
Because
I think it's
we're
like
on
4 or
8
5.
now.
No, we're on 7.
7?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I mean 7. I think that's it. Until it's been like 10 years, and they like we gonna do it again.
Okay.
But yeah.
Final
Reckoning.
Reckoning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, Christopher McQuarrie is the director. I mean, obviously Tom Cruise. That's the
Star-studded cast.
Yeah, clearly main actor. We got Simon Pegg as part of the team. Ving Rhames.
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett's in it too.
President.
Mm-hmm. And Tramell Truman. Shout out to him from Severance. He was Milchick from Severance. His part wasn't huge in this, but I just want to shout him out because I like that actor.
Yeah,
he was great in Severance.
Oh.
But yeah, okay. I don't know how I feel about this one because although it was entertaining, it definitely leaned into the wacky a few times because it was so, for me, it felt messy. It was convoluted. There was so many layers. There was too many things happening.
There was so much
happening.
Exposition in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have not, or if you are not a fan of the Mission Impossible franchise, you don't have to be.
Yeah, no.
Because the movie is going to give you the entire background
at the beginning
of all 6 other movies at the beginning, okay? It's going to get you all the way up to speed. You may not understand it, but I bet nobody else understands it any more than you do.
Nope. And it felt like, so first of all, this movie was 3 hours. That was already too long for me.
Too long.
And it spent like the first 40 minutes constant, like going back and forth, reminding you of what happened. It was
setting up everything. So it had to remind you, oh, remember when he did this and this and this and that happened. And well, actually when he stole this because you thought he was doing this good thing, he actually did this thing. And now you are actually the reason that this thing is happening in the first place. And oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It was so much. So there's all of that. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I also, when I say so much, I mean like the layers of, you know, in a spy film, there's a guy, there's a bomb, he cuts a wire, he's got 2 minutes, save a city, whatever. This felt much bigger, but like not bigger good, but more like bigger, just like extra dramatic.
A lot. Bigger,
you know,
just a lot.
The whole world's at stake. There's a bomb that I'm trying to cut the wire of. I got 100 milliseconds to pull a drive, but at the same time,
put this in there at the same time as you're doing this.
Right, but I can't cut this wire until I see a green light, until it's ready to be cut. But I can't get the green light until Tom Cruise, who is on a plane in another country doing flips in the air, can send me a code that'll show up on this screen that I can cut the wire so I can pull this at 100 milliseconds. It was just, I was like, oh my, it just was insane.
It's so much.
Yeah.
It's way too much mission.
Yeah. This was this Mission Impossible was the most impossible Mission Impossible.
Yes. I guess they said this is the last one. We got to go out with a bang.
Yeah.
I got to have this 62-year-old man do everything I can possibly make him do.
Everything.
And they did.
Going down, you know, hundreds of feet below the ocean. And
can we give a shout out to the sprint.
Oh yeah, y'all.
Okay.
He sprint everywhere in this film, and I'm sure y'all seen probably memes on social media. Running.
Okay, perfect form. Running in a suit.
And his form be great.
Oh, it's a good form.
Yeah, he be up.
All right, we got to give a shout out to the sprint. I also just would like to know, wardrobe. Who manufactures the pockets on the clothes?
Oh, okay. This was funny.
I am sick and tired. So originally we had the idea of going back to watch the other movies.
Mm-hmm.
I watched 1, half of 2, and then we just watched 6.
Yeah, because those first ones, they don't translate well like later.
They're just older. Yeah, they're dated. There you go. But one thing that is conclusive is that it will have you put an object. Hand me that. It will have you put an object this small in your pocket, and you can hang upside down on a moving plane, and it's not gonna fall out the pocket.
Because this movie was all about the like little MacGuffins. Like, hey, I got this little thing, this little device that I need to connect to this other device, and once I connect them, then it will stop the drive. But you got one, and
you got the other.
But he got 2 pieces of the key, so you got to put the key into my pocket. But then like he'll put the key in a jacket pocket or coat,
just like slipping
or
in
his pants. But then be running, then
on top of moving trains,
then hang on a plane, then hang on a train, then going upside down, and like he won't lose the object.
Underwater in a submarine and all that.
I'm just like,
and it's just in his pocket, and I want to know, why can't they put them pockets on regular clothes?
I don't know.
Because my phone falls out of my pocket when I just sit down in my car. It's not even moving. I'm not even moving.
That was, whole thing.
It just bothers me. I don't know why. Literally in the movie, I'm like, so it's not falling out his pocket? So it's not falling out his pocket right now? Anyway,
she was saying that all through the movie.
Let's talk about something else.
But I will say it was like entertaining. It just was confusing. It was so much to keep up with the entire time. Like it never let up. And I think that was the part that kind of took a couple points away from me, because I'm just like, man, I'm not crazy. It's just too much. And some of the stuff just felt so impossible. So like as I'm watching it, there's like a scene, there's like a bomb, there's an underground cave. It's like they're like, how big is this bomb? 6 megatons. Oh, how can we escape the blast? We have to run to that door that's like 500 or 600 feet away. How much time we got?
Have to do it?
We have 10 seconds. Okay, there's 3 people. One of them is a man and woman that are married, and like they're sort of in their 60s. They not necessarily in the best shape.
No.
Then there's this like younger dude. He's in decent shape. So I'm like, okay,
anybody's gonna make it.
Then he gonna make it. It was just the whole thing. So I'm just like, how is this possible? How is Tom Cruise? How did he avoid dodging this and holding on to a helicopter with his leg? I mean, not a helicopter, a biplane with his legs.
With his legs.
With no hands, upside down. I'm like, this is insane. The movie's insane. And I do have good appreciation for some of those scenes. Like the 2 scenes that y'all see in the trailers are the submarine scene and the plane scene. And that's like the whole big thing that he does. And I feel like those are really awesome scenes. They did go way far.
They are long though.
Yeah, they're long sequences.
They are long. 10 minutes of you flying
15.
around, you do this thing with the plane and that thing, then you get up on the other plane. Like, for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That submarine scene, 20 minutes, it felt like, oh my God, it felt so long.
Yeah.
And so part of me feels that the length of time almost takes away some of the like suspense.
I agree.
Or what's the word I'm looking for? Like there's the tension. There's not a lot of tension. There would be a whole lot of tension if it was shorter and you got to see him do this crazy thing. You're like, how is he going to actually do this? But no, I swear he was underwater for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then like in that exposition that she was talking about, they also do a lot of, hey, you're going to go underwater. Also, you're going to go down to 600 feet and you might, your systems might begin to shut down. And also, if you come up too early, you might get the bends and your muscle tissue will tear. Oh, also, it just was thing after thing after thing after thing. And then you even see it in the trailer, but like he in the way he ends up like losing his suit and basically coming up like almost naked, and I'm just like, okay, and you survive still? How is this possible? Like
impossible.
They basically made him like a.
Are happening. Sorry, different movie.
Yeah, it was insane.
It was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a lot. It was a lot. I think maybe we'll do a little bit of spoiler.
Oh no! This is all one thing for me because they nothing really. It's too. I couldn't even explain it to you because it's so. Like one person's in a country, another person's in a country. They're talking to other people. This person's a double agent. This person working. It's too much. I can't explain it. This is all one thing. You
don't want to try to explain it.
This all one thing. This all one thing. We gonna wrap this up in a couple minutes.
Okay, is it spoiler for me to say that he is trying to save the world from the entity?
No, because because that was in the previous Dead Reckoning.
Okay.
So it's just a continuation of that?
It is a continuation of him trying to save the world.
Even if you were trying to stop spoilers in the Mission Impossible movie, there's a mission that's impossible, and he's trying to save the world. That's pretty much, that is the synopsis.
It's Tom Cruise is the Messiah.
Yeah.
And he's the only one that can save us.
Yeah.
As this entity takes over.
Yeah.
And
like even the name entity, that feels lazy for a villain. It's like could he get a name?
The entity and Gabriel is a villain, I guess too.
Yeah.
I feel the more we talk about it, the more we realize, no, we really didn't
like this
enjoy
movie.
It.
Yeah, no. Yeah. No, I don't know. This one, I was looking forward to it because I like spy films, but no.
I don't know if I would say I was looking forward to it.
I know I was at first.
Okay,
I was at first, and then
I mean, yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And he just goes through these crazy things that have a lot of loopholes. It's like, that's a plot hole. That's a plot hole. Maybe not a lot, but there are some, definitely.
It's just like, there are certain times when they'll say like, hey, I need to meet, he's at like a station. He's like, man, I need to meet this submarine. Okay, but the submarine, I can't get messages to the sub because it's too deep. Okay, I'm just gonna jump into the ocean. I'm just gonna jump into the ocean.
Just jump out of a plane.
Hopefully they'll find
me. I'm around where I need to be.
And then suddenly 2 scuba divers from the sub show up right next to him at the exact time that he needed them to.
How?
I was like, okay, this is it leans into the wacky.
The Messiah.
Yeah, I'm just like, bro, this is insane.
Summons angels. Okay, well, all right then. What are you giving Mission Impossible?
Man, the more I talk about it, lost points as I continue to talk.
Sorry, I did not mean to laugh like that.
I feel like maybe a 5.
You doing a 5?
I'm thinking between 5 and 6, but I don't know.
Before we started, how did you feel about it? Out of the theater, how did you feel? Because I think you liked it more, and then we talked about how ridiculous it was, and you're like, no.
Yeah, I think initially, it was like a 7.
You were about a 7.
I think it felt solid because this was the last one, and I was like, I mean, it's over the top, but they're supposed to be their magnum opus, so maybe I'm gonna let it go because it's the last film. But then I started talking about it and how ridiculous it was, how many plot points there were and plot holes, and I was like, okay, no, I'm gonna go down to a 6. And then I feel like there was more things that annoyed me than I had fun with, so I'm gonna go down to a 5.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna stick with a 5.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 5.
Yeah.
See the movie, don't see the movie.
Yeah.
If you are a fan of Mission Impossible films,
then maybe this might be up your alley.
Maybe the nostalgia works for you. You know, all the flashbacks. I think also because I'm not a Mission Impossible fan per se, I don't have emotional connections that they wanted to be able to create. Like, I mean, did I not want certain people to die? Like, I guess no, I didn't want them to die. But I wasn't as emotionally invested into like members of the team dying or not dying.
So the best the best piece that I feel like is important in Mission Impossible films is the team's camaraderie, their closeness.
Them working together.
And like that's, we see it every movie. They come back, they're showing their trailers. It's Benji, it's Luther, and him. They always come back. But what's replaceable, they always do stuff with his like his love interest. And I feel like the love interest can either stay or go, but sometimes in the movies they'll kill her off, and then he has a new love interest. But I don't care. I don't.
Yeah, this new one, it's very that whole love interest was very weak. Like when you watch it from 7, it was weak.
Yeah.
Or whatever the one before the 6.
Dead Reckoning. Yeah.
When you watch that, like, it's very shallow.
Yeah.
I don't even think honestly they lean into that much of that in here. There's so much stuff going on.
Yeah.
They have no time to talk about anybody's relationship. Nothing really gets to develop. There's no time to. In a 3-hour film, there's so much stuff that, like, the relationship part, like, you don't really, unless somebody is threatened to die in that very moment. Mm-hmm. Then you get a little bit of the, like, relational stuff. Mm-hmm. But other than that, no. So, I think we're giving this a 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 5 for me.
I think I would have. I like the stunts. I like the stunts because he's doing it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I probably would like the stunts anyway, but I think it adds for me because, like, you know, he really be putting in work. So I like that for him.
Yeah.
But why did they have to be 25 minutes long?
Yeah.
Anyway, go see the movie, maybe.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about it. Was the mission too impossible for you? Like, you know, let us know.
Yeah.
What you think? Okay. See you next time.
See y'all later.